Welcome to Tracks to Tomorrow, where we explore the innovative ways our railways are connecting communities and fostering positive change. Today, we're delving into how GTR's partnerships are making a tangible impact, from urban farms to corporate initiatives. Railway 200 marks 200 years of train travel, celebrating its impact on communities, the economy and daily life. But it's not just about the past, it's about the future too. At GTR, community partnerships are turning stations into spaces for connection, history and growth. Now, just a short walk from here is something that you might not expect to find in the heart of London. City Farm, bringing a little bit of the countryside to the community. It's been there for over 50 years, offering local people the chance to connect with animals, nature and do a little bit of train spotting too.
Hi, welcome to Kentish Town City Farm. Come on in. Hi, I'm Miriam. I am the Programmes Manager at Kentish Town City Farm. We are a free-to-enter farm and we welcome tons of different community groups, different user groups, all ethnicities, all diversities, and offer different services to work experience with the animals, volunteers in the gardens, community events, community meals. So we try to just offer something for everyone.
GTR support has helped Kentish Town City Farm grow, providing much needed funding for community projects.
I would say that the Your Station, Your Community funding is probably our most vital funding because it keeps the garden going. Without it, we couldn't keep the garden maintained. So yeah, really vital, really vital. You can always hear, there's always a background of trains. Wherever you are on the farm, you can hear the trains. They're coming past you in both directions. We have to sort of make sure that the animals are happy with it. So not all animals will be happy in an environment where it's so busy and there's so many trains. But the ones we have are very chilled about it. They never get put off or upset by the noise. And it does just make it really very much a city farm because you couldn't really get more urban than the landscape that we're situated in. And as you're recording, you'll find there'll be lots of train noise in the background. It's definitely a draw for people to the farm. It's people come to see the animals, but the trains are definitely a highlight as well. You get a lot of kids that spend as much time looking at the trains as they do looking at the animals. And having both in one place is excellent.
GTR's community partnerships aren't just about improving stations, they're about creating real social change. To find out more, I'm speaking to Patrick Ladbury, Head of Social Impact at GTR.
We have 4 main community rail partners. So there's the diversity and inclusion, there's environment, which is key element because we're the greenest public transport of getting people to and from. And also we have 2 other really important areas for mental health, supporting because we get a lot of trespass and vulnerable people at our stations, and employment and skills. How do we improve the employment skills of the communities that our rail service serves? And we've got a number of community projects running across our route to celebrate the history of the railway, but also look to the future of the railway in terms of what the railway will look like in 50, 100 years time, 200 years time even. So how will digital signalling and innovation and AI transform the railway so it becomes a better passenger journey for our customers? And that's why it's really important for us to celebrate Railway 200, not only for the history and the stories and what it means to our staff, but also again for the future and what it can mean for the company going forward.
That brings us to the end of our latest Tracks to Tomorrow. In our final episode, we'll head to Gatwick to see how the airport is celebrating 40 years of the Gatwick Express.